The road to the Breeders' Cup Classic runs through Santa Anita this weekend, and the Goodwood Stakes is loaded. You got proven millionaires, rising 3-year-olds from the Baffert barn, and an Argentine import who's legit. Let's break down the field, the pace, and the top plays. We'll start with gaming. He's trained by Bob Baffert with Mike Smith up, and he's the classic Baffert sophomore. Fast, aggressive, and still trying to figure things out. He wired the field in the affirmed, showing that he can hang with decent company. But last out in the shared belief, he ran arguably his worst race ever. He's never posted a buyer over 95, and he has Baffert's third-string jockey aboard in Mike Smith, which really doesn't inspire a ton of confidence. Next is Ultimate Gamble for Mark Glatt. This guy was in some pretty tough company last out in the Pacific Classic, but he also didn't accomplish much, finishing third by 9.5 lengths. He's had a steady presence at Del Mar, and he does have the right to improve, being a lightly raced 5-year-old in only his 5th start off a layoff. But even if he improves, he still seems a little over his head against the top couple in this one. Subscribe if you're enjoying this breakdown. It helps the channel grow, and we're covering all the biggest races on the way to the Breeders' Cup Classic. Coming out of the 3-hole is Privman, another of the Baffert runners, and maybe the most interesting of the trio. He's lightly raced with just 5 starts, but he already has 2 wins and a 97 buyer on the page. He's one of those horses that fights late, and the pedigree screams distance. Justify on top, and Uncle Mo on the bottom. Now Baffert doesn't just toss him into a race like this unless he thinks they belong, and Privman's been rattling off bullet works in the mornings. This is a class test, there's no doubt, but he's a live, improving 3-year-old, and arguably Baffert's best shot in here. The horse that I respect most in the field is First Mission for Brad Cox. He's the class, and he's been in every big spot from the Stephen Foster to the Oaklawn Handicap. And he runs against the best horses like Mindframe, Sierra Leone, National Treasure, and Kingsbarns. He's earned multiple 105 and 109 buyers on his card, and he's very tactical and doesn't need a certain trip to win. The downside is he sometimes finds a horse that's better late, and he doesn't cash every ticket. But in a race like this with fair fractions, he's the one I'm most comfortable betting. Nevada Beach is the 3rd Baffert entry in here. Only 3 career starts, but he's shown quickness and composure. He won the Los Alamitos Derby and then ran second to gaming in the affirmed. He likes to press and pounce, and he looks like a true route horse to me, winning at 1 1/8 and only his 3rd career start. His numbers are a little light, but the upside is real. With only 3 career starts, improving each time, he's bound to run his best race yet. Drawn to the outside of all the Baffert runners is Express Train. He's a veteran horse with a ton of experience and more than $1.6 million in career earnings. He's been competitive in graded spots this year, running 3rd by a length in the Grade 2 Pat O'Brien Stakes last out. At 8 years old, he's not the freshest, but he is consistent and he'll be running late. He can definitely grab a piece if the pace sets up right for him. At the end of the field is Full Serrano. Trained by John Sadler and ridden by Juan Hernandez, he's an Argentine import with real graded stakes form. He has 18 starts with 7 wins and big race experience. He's run good numbers on this circuit, winning the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile here last year with a 104 buyer. Now most recently, he returned in an allowance race and won by over 7 lengths at Del Mar. He's one of those horses that's all gas, likes to blast out to the front and control things from the start to finish. In a race that projects on his fractions, he's exactly the kind of seasoned runner who will be a dangerous win contender. Looking at the pace, Full Serrano, Privman, and Gaming have the early zip to be forward. First Mission will likely sit just off that group in the clear, while Nevada Beach, Ultimate Gamble, and Express Train are going to be the mid-pack horses who try to run down the front half. Now this doesn't really look like a total pace meltdown to me, more like honest fractions. That setup favors a horse with class and tactical speed, which is why I keep coming back to First Mission. Before we get into the top picks for the Goodwood, TracksideProfits picks have been doing really good. We're 5 for 7 so far in September, including a nice 54-1 exacta. If you want in on those plays every week, I send out a free email with my best bets, plus a simple handicapping worksheet that helps you line up the race the way that I do. It's free, and the link's in the description. The best part? You'll get the next set before the weekend cards go off. All right, let's lock in my top picks for the Goodwood. My top pick is going to be First Mission. He's got the class and tactical speed. If he runs his race, he wins. My second choice is full Serrano. He'll likely get to the front, and although this is probably a Breeders' Cup prep, he's plenty talented to wire this group. My third pick is Privman. He's the improving Baffert with the top jockey of the three. If you like this breakdown, hit like and subscribe to Trackside Profits. We post race previews every week, cover the best of racing history, and go over the most important strategies. I'm Tom, and I'll see you at the track.